Are you curious how local wholesale electricity prices might look for Germany if grid bottlenecks were taken into account? Then watch this video tutorial about our locational agorameter, which joined our family of agorameters as a third member, alongside the live agorameter and the future agorameter. Let's dive in. What are the tool's main features? Within the locational agorameter, you can choose in the left sidebar between three different views: single view, a comparison view, and a hub view. The single view chart shows the map of Germany with 22 hubs, the hubs with neighboring countries and the grid connection lines between hubs. At the top, you can select 5 different categories of electricity market data to visualize a specific time frame. By picking the first category, the map displays the power price and grid load. Other categories include the renewable to demand ratio, total grid emissions, grid emission factor, and flexibility profit index. When selected, the map presents this data spatially based on the color scheme reflected in the legend. If you then hover your mouse over a hub, you see a pop-up box that provides information about the hub's values for the current timestamp. The map shows the data for the initial timestamp of the selected timeframe. Pressing the play button at the bottom provides a chronological display of the data on the map. The marker in the legend represents the real-world value for all of Germany for that timestamp, and the bar within the legend reflects the range of values for all 22 German hubs. You will see that the map also displays electricity flows between the hubs. The arrowheads represent the overall net direction of the flow, and the color represents the grid connection load. The darker the line, the closer the connection is to the maximum grid capacity. To change the time frame displayed, you can select new dates in the calendar by clicking here. You can also change the resolution from hourly to daily or even monthly. Let's move on to the comparison view. In the drop-down menu, we have 2 options: compare timeframes and compare categories. The Compare Timeframes chart allows you to compare 2 timeframes for a particular category of data. To change the selected timeframes, you can use the 2 calendars in the date picker here. The resolution selection applies to the map on the left. The map on the right is a static chart showing the aggregated data across the second selected time frame. Pressing the play button will loop through the timestamps of the first selected frame and update the left map accordingly. In the Compare Categories view, you can compare 2 different categories of data as maps for the same time frame and resolution. Here we are looking at the power price and grid load in comparison to the renewable to demand ratio category. You can choose the 2 categories of data to compare in this drop-down menu here. Similar to the single view chart, you can press play, which will update both maps and loop through the selected time frame. The last stop on our tour is the hub view. For each German hub, you can choose between different charts such as power generation and consumption, or CO2 emissions from power generation. You may know these charts from the live agorameter. In this view, you can filter the data based on a specific hub, which you can choose in the drop-down menu here. The mini-map of Germany on the left indicates the current selected hub. Right now, we are looking at the Nord-Ostsee region. You can also click on a hub in the map to choose a different hub. Finally, to download the data for the selected period as a CSV, click on the Data button here. Clicking on the PNG or SVG buttons will save a screenshot of the current map. Please note, the Locational Agorameter displays data mostly calculated by a well-tested model developed by Fraunhofer IEE in collaboration with Agora Energiewende. While the values for the single bidding zone are reported EPEX spot prices, hub prices are calculated by the model. As with any model, calculated prices do sometimes differ from the prices one would observe on the market. For more details, please refer to the Locational Agorameter website. The Locational Agorameter is also available in German. The data that the tool is based on was provided by our partner institution Fraunhofer IEE. They use Gurobi Optimizer to run their model. And And now enjoy exploring the tool.